Hello friends, this is the video directions for module number 1 where I'll show you how to set up an email signature, run through some particulars regarding email use, and then you will send me the email shown here in the picture. Some of you may be wondering to yourselves, why are we going through this? Well, because even though email has been around for some 30 plus years, people still manage to screw this stuff up. So we're going to do a little crash course in it. All right. Uh, First step, we need to go back to the district portal, the district login portal that you access to actually find the link to Schoology. And you need to open up your school email account. You're going to see here, I'm in my inbox for my school email. And the first thing we're going to do is set up our email signature. Once we're in our school email, we need to look for the settings icon. It's the little gear, and we're going to go ahead and select that. We're going to click on that once. And then we're going to scroll down to where we see all settings, and we're going to click on that. Once we're in the full settings tab, we're going to scroll down, and we're going to look for signature. Here it is, signature, my signature. You can see my signature. I have a valediction. That's a very fancy way of saying your closing. Sincerely, comma, I skip a line, and then I have my name. I have the Simley S. I have Simley High School, in case people don't know what the S stands for. Business education, boys golf coach, contact info, and I got a fancy little quote about golf because I am a bit of a golf nerd. I believe what should happen in your school email settings is you should already have an option here for my signature, and yours is blank. If you don't see my signature listed in this column right here where my cursor is, go ahead and click New. And then we're going to have the option for a new signature. So I'll just put mine in there, my signature. Create. I'll put a 1 there just so I have it. All right, so now we have a blank option. What you guys are going to do is you're going to pick a valediction, and we're just going to use the word sincerely. Okay, just that way I know we've got this all done. You're going to type in sincerely, and then you're going to hit the comma button, and then you're going to hit return twice. Now we've got a blank line. You're going to type in your first and last name. You're not literally going to type in first and last name. You're going to type in your first and last name. Remember, names are proper nouns, so those should be capitalized. Hopefully we spell it correctly. Underneath our first and last name, we're going to type in the Simley High School class of, let's say you're a senior, you're graduating in 2026. If you're a junior, you're typing in 2027. If you're a sophomore, you're going to type in 2028. And if you're a freshman, you're going to type in class of 2029. But that's going to be our email signature. Sincerely, comma, skip a line, first and last name, Simley High School class of 2026, if you're a senior. Once we're done with setting up our signature, we're going to scroll down and we're going to select Save Changes. From there, we're going to go and click on Compose. All right. Now, you can see my original signature is what pops up. Right? So now anytime I send an email, I don't have to type in a valediction. I don't have to have a closing statement. I don't have to type in my name. I don't have to tell them who I am. It's all right there. A couple of different options to send emails to. I'm not going to go into all of it here and make this video any longer. For the most part, 98% of the emails that you send in life, you will just send an email to a specific person, and they're listed as the in the to option. To whom is the email going? There are a couple of other options: carbon copy and blind carbon copy. This is when you are sending an email not just to a specific person, but you're sending the same email to multiple people. Again, I'll get more into this in class as we're all together. Not going to get into it in the video, but just keep that in mind. Most of the time, whoever you're sending the email to is going to get listed to whom the email is addressed. carbon copy, blind carbon copy. There are some rules that we need to follow. The other half of this module is to send an email to me, all right? Now, so we don't have to click back and forth through tabs. Obviously, the easiest option would be to split your screen. You guys are pretty familiar with iPads. Here's how you would split your screen on a desktop computer. Once you reduce the size of your window, and again, you just take your cursor to the edge of the window, click, hold the click, and you can drag. You're going to separate the tabs now. So to do that, you click in the middle of the tab, make sure you hold the mouse down, and you're going to drag that tab outside of the window, just in case we don't already know how to split a screen. So now we can see our assignment here. This is the email that you are going to send me. We've got our email inbox listed over here. We're fantastic. All right. So for recipients, again, we got options 2, carbon copy, blind carbon copy. I'll get into CC and BCC a little bit later. But the recipient, 2, it's going to be me, John Dorfner. My name should populate in your school email, but you just type in my last name. If it doesn't populate, it's dorfnerj@isd199.org, right? And then, whoopsies, subject line. Emails should have a subject line every single time. Email replaces the in-office memo. We should not be sending emails that do not have a subject, okay? When you get a letter in the mail, it's a pretty good idea what that piece of mail is going to be about. There's going to be some indication in what it regards. Email works the same way. We need to know what the email is about. If you want someone to read your email, especially if it's an important, time-sensitive email, you want them to make sure that they know what the subject line is about. It gives the recipient a sense of importance as to the message, or what the message regards. So make sure when we're sending emails, we put a subject line in there. Last week's homework assignment, tomorrow's exam, my dog died. Put something in the subject line. Typing the email itself. You're going to start with my name, Mr. Dorfner. I always like to have a comma at the end of mine. This one doesn't. That's okay. And then you're going to type this email right here. All right, I'm not going to type the whole thing out. I intended an open house for our schools. Travel abroad program on Friday. This year they will be traveling to Italy. Yay! From information I gathered at the open house, it sounds like a fantastic opportunity. Okay? You're going to type this paragraph by paragraph. I will point out in an email there is no need to indent. We skip lines between paragraphs. Okay? So you will type this. And then where it says your name, you don't need to type your name because we've already set up our signature. It should already say sincerely, your name, and then the year that you graduate. Once you're done, you click on send, and poop, there's my email regarding my trip to Italy. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, go Spartans.